Hi, Ben. How are you?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where I do the volume here. Volume's up. Oh, there you go. Can I hear you now?
Yes, I
Yep.
can hear you.
Yep, got you now.
Wonderful. Great. Ben, thank you for coming to this meeting. How is the life in your state? You're in Melbourne, isn't it?
Yeah, not great at the moment. We're shut down again, which is unbelievable, but it is what it is. It's frustrating.
Yeah. We read the news says Melbourne is the longest lockdown city in the world.
Oh, lucky us.
Yes, yes.
It's just ridiculous, really. But
yeah. We have other customers in Melbourne as well. They were crying. They say it's really bad.
It is. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. It's just really hard to get any sort of consistency with our work. We sort of start working again, and then we get shut down, and the sort of stop and start is extremely inefficient and costly, and yeah, it's just really frustrating.
I can totally understand. Yeah, it's not easy. Hey.
No.
Okay, so what we will do, Ben, today is first of all, we are going to give you a brief of your project and what our discovery are, what's the China market are, and what's the situation. And then we will analyze the next step, how that looks like, and also answer any questions, concerns you may have. And then we will give you a recommendation for the next step. How does that sound?
Yep, sounds good.
Great. So first of all, let me allow me to share the let me see here. Where are we? Okay, share. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So we started the supplier summary report. Okay. So as you can see here, when we undertake your particular project, we have contacted more than 30 suppliers in this category. Out of
Lenny, sorry, we are still seeing the file folder. We are not seeing the report file. Can you just maybe reshare the screen?
Sure. Okay, here we are. So can you see here?
Yep.
Supply summary report?
Yep.
Okay. So as you can see here, once when we undertake your particular project, we contact more than 30 suppliers in the category. There are 22 suppliers expressed interest for your particular project.
Yep.
Okay. So then you have suppliers, all their details, information, and address, etc., and even their website. Out of those 22 suppliers, as you can see, the most of them are located in Jiangsu province, Anhui province, Fushan, that's Guangdong, and yeah, majority are all in Jiangsu province, and that is the high production provinces for solar panel. So this is the supply summary report. And then we also did what we call the quote comparison. So out of those 22 suppliers, they are 15 suppliers quoted on your particular projects, as you can see here. So the quote, you have given us 5 companies, isn't it? So we are going to go through all of those highlighted company, which is you have you say that you are interested with the 5 of them. So with this, as you can see here, you mentioned about say Trina. The Trina is number 7 here. They are. The watts is not what you asked for.
Yeah. So the issue with those bigger panels is that they're good for commercial installations. They're really bad for residential, and 80% of the work I do is a residential solar installations, and the reason they're no good is because they're too tall, and so we can't actually fit them on roofs very well. There's requirements around how they're fixed to the roof and where we can clamp on those panels, and those panels make it too hard, especially on tin roofs. You pretty much can't use them. So sort of looking, around about, I don't really want the panels to be much taller than about 1.8 meters. I can accept, 1.85, but like I'd certainly prefer it to be less.
Yeah, I understand. So that is the situation for Trina. And then for Ryzen, 第几家是
Yes,
Ryzen?
so Lindy, if you can just open maybe the next worksheet, so which is called the panel dimensions. So I have already listed all the dimensions for the detail that for the 5 brands that Ben is actually interested in. So basically, based on this one, I would say for the Ryzen and the Trina's one doesn't really fit into 1.8 or 1.85, but for the other rates, they do fit.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So the JA, Longi, and Jinko panels, what wattage are those ones? Oh, it's up the top there, 370. Okay, that's brilliant. That's really good. Yeah, so JA, Longi, or Jinko, I'd be probably Jinko. I'd prefer out of the 3, but yeah, I'd consider any one of those 3 really.
Yeah, and there's one thing that we have to mention about for the Trina Solar is for the Trina Solar. Sorry, the reason that they provided us with the quotation for 40 watts is because they are not producing any solar panels for 370 or 390.
Sorry, Anna, you just cut out for a bit there. Are you able to start that again? Sorry, it just sort of froze for about 10 seconds.
Sorry, there might be some of the background noise from like downstairs.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So like basically for the Trina Solar, we have checked with their headquarters in China, which is their development team that they are not producing any more about the 370 or 390. The lowest one they are currently producing is 400, but that also really doesn't really fit into the size you would like to do with.
Yep. No worries.
So with the Trina, the size is too big. With the Jinko, the kind of like specification you wanted, they have exclusive agent in Australia, particularly for the specification you wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Then for Ryzen, and they have a branch in Australia. And then they are, let me see, here we are. And also their size is too big for you as well. Are you with me?
Yes, yep, absolutely. Yep, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then left what is available for you would be the JA Solar and the Longi.
Yep.
For the Longi, they have they are willing to supply you, and they have an office willing to supply, and have a warehouse in Brisbane. And so their price from Brisbane, we will have a look at shortly. And then JA Solar, they meet your requirement, meet the requirement and can supply. So we have the option for 2 of them. So we say here, they meet your requirement and as well as they are willing to supply. So for the LONGi Solar, we can have a look at here. Let's say here.
That's the full tanks.
Yeah, for the LONGi, the price is 0.391 in Brisbane per watt. Okay, and then yeah, for JA Solar, that's 0.247 USD per watt. But that is in China. Okay, so from what we see here, if you are want to ordering from LONGi, because they have a warehouse in China and they meet everything you wanted, they have an office in Brisbane, then you can directly order from them. Even though means cut us off the business, that's okay. We just want you to get the best value for money, and we will give you all the details. You can directly order from them. Then you don't need us anymore. If you want to order from JA Solar, then we can continue do the PO, do the ordering. It's just for the JA Solar, then there are a few things you need to pay attention to. One is so far, you said you already have got a price for JA Solar here. Is that correct?
We can buy JA Solar here. I don't have prices available at the moment. I haven't bought it for a while, but we can buy it here. But I'd be certainly interested in trying to get better than 0.39 cents per watt from ordering direct from Brisbane. So if we can do that with JA, I'd be interested in pursuing that.
Okay, so in that case, I suggest we do 2 things at once. One is we can, this is what we have done for you. Let me see here. There's 0.246 per kilowatt. I'm stopping here. Let's have a look at the landed cost analysis. Okay, here we are. So this is the landed cost analysis. We actually done all of them, you know, with Polly, with Jason, with Pengchen, Trina, with Sally, and also with Judy. Okay, and that's JA Solar. This is what we call the rough estimation for the JA Solar. So far, it was around 0.43 per watt. Because of the freight nowadays is very, very high. The freight has already doubled the cost of a few months ago. Before, a 40-foot container probably cost like you know, $3,000 or $4,000, but now it's like $8,000 or $9,000. However, importing from JA Solar does give you advantage, which is you could become exclusive or later on one of the important distributor for JA Solar. With LONGi, you basically nobody.
Yeah.
You are basically at their mercy.
Yep.
With JA Solar, they because are not they meet everything you asked for, but they haven't like really established as other brand. So if you see this is going to be a long term, you are going to be the wholesaler in the industry, then JA Solar, you still have room to play, and which then we can add value to you. We can negotiate the purchase order on your behalf. And then once you become bigger, we can discuss, you became the exclusive distributor for that particular sizes. So you became dominate one of the player in the market.
Yep.
That's probably, yeah. If you want to save money straight away, right now, Longyi would be your option. That means then we can give you the details. Then you don't need us anymore because Longyi have a office in Brisbane. They have a warehouse in Brisbane. The price we got from their warehouse is very competitive. Then you can just directly use that price. You say you're from China Direct Sourcing client. That's okay. We are okay either way. With JA, then it's better use us. But that's, we won the first order, we can still get you competitive, but then you have much stronger, brighter possible future for long-term relationship with JA Solar. So then right now, it is your decision, Ben, for your vision, whatever you decided to do, we are okay with it. We have no attachment.
Yeah. I think the issue at the moment is I'm trying to cut costs on materials, and I think JA Solar they're more expensive now. It's actually going to increase my cost and also increase my risk. So it doesn't seem to me like it's worth doing at the moment. Like I'd need JA to be, considerably cheaper in order for me to, because I've got to outlay quite a considerable amount of money before it even gets to me. So for that,
sure,
to do that and then not even be cheaper in the long run, it's not really feeling.
If we were able to, let me see, 370. Okay. If we were to lower the freight, then they are reasonable. But however, the freight is something at this stage, it's hard to predict. If you considered your current cash flow, cut the cost, lower the risk, think about the long term in future, then I would recommend you probably buying from Longyi at this moment to pass your rocky moment. And once you're settled, and then you want to really have a foot in the industry, then come back to us. And then we can still work with JA, because at the end of the day, Stage 1 research and tender, it's unbiased. We have done 15 different suppliers already. As you can see, it's quite extensive. And then also we are not hide anything from you, not just telling you something you love to hear. It's telling you what's in the market, what's the situation. Apparently they are someone who is very smart, has already taken advantage of importing from China, established that exclusive relationship with say Jinko. Okay, they saw that, they probably did that like 1 or 2 years ago. So they are one little bit a step ahead of you. So in that essence, if you decided, say, Lindy, I want to go with Longyi first, no problem. We will, now you have all the information with Longyi. You can contact them directly, or we can even do an introduction for you and say, Longyi, this is our client, this is who is intent to buy from you. The inquiry we made before, the price we negotiated before is all for Ben, and then Ben is going to order from you. Then that's fine for us. Yeah.
So the Longyi side of things seems pretty easy. Like I mean that seems to be probably the path that I will go down, but I do still want to have a think about it. Can I just explore a little bit more into the JA and just
Sure.
JA Solar and just find out what that involves? So you're talking about a future relationship with JA Solar. Will pricing come down through larger quantities of purchasing, or is that always going to be the price, or is that just a start off price and then they get better, or how does that work?
Well, generally, especially with those manufacturers, and if the supplier can see a future with you, they will definitely give you a better price. And then also, especially if you play an important role in their supply chain. Say, for instance, they need to give you, one, they need to maintain the globally competitiveness. Number two is that if you are the exclusive distributor in Australia, they need to maintain a certain margin for you as well.
Yeah.
So far, when you buy from, let's say, for instance, Jinko or Trina, you are nobody.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You have no power to bargain, and therefore you are at other people's mercy. But with JA Solar, so far they don't have someone as exclusive distributor yet. So that's
So
what I mean.
how is JA Solar getting into the country then? Is everyone just sort of bringing it in as they please, or how does that?
So far, it's only the small player doing that. But for the next 6 or 12 months, if someone is smarter, smart like you, and made a decision, says, I'm going to have a bigger play in the market, and they could increase the order volume with JA, and then sign up the exclusive distribution agreement with JA, then
Yep.
the Australian market and just being taken by another brand as well.
So how do you sign an exclusive arrangement with a company like JA Solar? What sort of quantities are they wanting to move in order to sign exclusivity?
Okay, usually that is a matter of negotiation, and so then we did something very similar for another client of mine for their machine. Usually you do a forecast for your own business, and then you also the forecast including your own territory, but also expanding in other territory as well. We call that unbinding forecast. And so you use that unbinding forecast to negotiate with the supplier. So your first order would be, set up the foundation as a part of exclusive distribution agreement. And when you place the order, you specifically tell the supplier, says, I'm Ben, I'm already a solar panel installer, I have the industry, I know the industry, how it works, I can repair, I have the capacity to repair, I have the capacity to supply. So you meet all the criteria. And then to convince them you are the right person to grow their business in Australia bigger and better. And then you prepare a separate exclusive distribution agreement. And that, you supply them as a non-binding like a forecast at the beginning. And once as long as your order, say for instance, is greater than their, like say 50-60% of their annual order, they probably rather dealing with you than dealing with many smaller order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a matter of negotiation, and they see you fit their criteria, you also meet their criteria. So therefore, they are willing to sacrifice other small order and give that to you, and then you have the margin. You do the sales, you do the marketing, and they maintain healthy margin for you as well.
Okay. All right. I think I've got some ideas as to how that could possibly work with other contacts in wholesale where I might be able to leverage that. So I'll explore that option. I'll speak to a couple of people and see if they're interested. And yeah, okay. I guess for now, though, in the immediate future, I think I probably need to look at the was Longy, was it, or it was Jinko, wasn't it?
Longy.
Longy, yeah. Yeah, so I probably need to look at that for now, but give me a couple of weeks just to speak to some people about the JA stuff, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, definitely. This week is Anna's last week with us, and you will have a new project officer. That's why we want to have this meeting with you before she finishes. But I'm here, and I'm here forever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the new project officer will take over. So when you are ready, thinking
Yep.
about, you know, to play long-term relationship with Jay, just
Yep.
send us an email, okay?
Yep,
And
sure.
yeah, I will always guide through the whole project anyway, and especially with the EDI, with the EDA, like exclusive distribution agreement. I will design,
Yeah.
you know, the steps. I will design the strategy, and then you are absolutely right. Especially if you can combine with a couple of other wholesaler or installer together, then you have much more power. And when you have the more power, you can actually develop the distributor in the industry quite easily. That's what one of my customer did with the front end loader. He ended up have 47 stockists all over in Australia, in Perth, and because that's agriculture product. It's like, you know, front end loader, and they digging, but it went extremely well. And now they are not only have exclusive distribution agreement in Australia, but also in South Africa, in Malaysia. Yeah. And so therefore, I can see solar is one of the products that will continue, you know, supplying Australia with the beautiful sun in Queensland. Just in Australia is amazing. Australia is should be one of the most used for solar panel. And also, you know what, Ben? And another thing is the demand for solar panel and driven by Bitcoin mining, crypto mining.
Yep. Okay.
I have at least 3 other clients are now looking for 1,000 set of mining machine. And then I also have some other clients to purchasing the solar farm.
Yeah.
So, and all of those solar farm need to supply the panels. So if you become a key player, we can actually recommend quite a few customers to you straight away.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, if you could send through the information I need to contact Longy, that would be great. I will speak to a couple of people about the JA solar stuff, and I'll get back to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you.
And yeah, Anna will summarize everything we say today, and we'll send you the details about the Longy. And
Fantastic.
anytime, yeah, when you're like ready to deal with the JA solar, send us an email, and we will start the conversation, you know, for you. Okay.
Perfect. All right. Thanks very much.
Right. Okay.
Cheers.
Bye, Ben. Bye. Hola。你2点40的那个会还有吗？
没了，那个会挪到周4下午的4点了。
行，那行，那你就
我一会儿把时间改一下，然后我看一下啊，对，我周4下午的4点，我已经把你的 calendar lock 掉了。
行，没问题。
然后2点40的会就没了。
行，那个对呀，我也是想着趁着那个，我就把 Daisy 的那个全部给它扫平吧。然后其他的那些项目的话，只有3个是 Stage 1还没有做成的，然后其他的那个项目都发下去了吗？
其他项目我这边的就是新进的项目都发下去了，然后就是有Sandy在做的，有程经理在做的，然后对，差不多。然后今天的话，我这边就是程经理应该是上周5的时候给我发了一个新的一个就是做完的一个 Stage 1进来，然后这个项目的话，就我今天带着 就下午晚一点带着那个 Daisy 跟程经理一块儿开会，然后这个项目就Stage 1的结果就让 Daisy 这边开始接过来了，然后到时候开会的话，就包括放结果的话，因为就是基本的流程和就 landing house 怎么做，这个就包括怎么跟程经理开会这个事情，我都已经给他讲过了。然后就想说今天让他具体跟程经理开个会，然后看一下说就具体的一些就是跟中办那边确认就是 Stage 1结果的一些流程。然后还有就是周四的话，就是 Amy 的会，咱们不是约在了12点嘛？然后但是 Daisy 昨天是跟我说他这一周是周一的是9点到12点上班，然后周二到周五都是2点到5点上班。那这样的话，就是 Amy 的那个会 Daisy 可能就参加不了。那就是像刚刚您说的，我们直接给他录一个 recording， 像这个笨这个会的一样。然后还有一个的话，就是像是那个周四下午的那个会，然后 Daisy 应该就是能参加的了，我觉得应该就没什么问题。
行，好的，那行，那个还有一个就是你的那个47个那个酒店房间的那个项目进展的怎么样了？
我那个项目的话，目前是就是已经在 EDI 的 Perth 的仓库里面在卸货，重新装车，准备送到客人那里去了。目前的话是预计是30号。就是 delivery 到客人那里，基本上就是这个项目，就只要产品不出什么问题，基本上这个项目就到此为止了。
那个就是 Jack 他们那边的那个项目呢？那个项目怎么样
？Jack 那边的那个项目，就是我也是上周刚跟那个 Jack 那边通了个电话，然后就是现在就是 Jack 那边的项目的话，我也有跟 Jack 去交代说，我说我这一周是最后一周了，然后 Jack 还想说就是说过来办公室跟我见个面聊一下之类的，然后他可能就是之后可能刚刚给我打电话说想要约个时间这样子吧，然后我现在的话就是这个项目是客人的第一批订单，不是订了4批，就是4套那个 Jack 那边的就是电器嘛，现在电器的话是全款都在我们公司手上。但是我们公司现在是只付了 Jack 一个定金，就是尾款的话是要等到 Jack 去，要等到客人去 Jack 那个悉尼的仓库提货才能够就是付给 Jack，然后到时候尾款具体要付多少，这些我都会整理好，然后就是写给那个 Daisy， 然后到时候如果要是需要付款的时候，我让 Daisy 跟您说，就是看看到时候付款是怎么去去直接到时候付多少钱去给这个 Jack， 然后的话呢，客人就是上周也给我发了个邮件，就是说他这边因为就是 New South Wales 那边的 lockdown， 他是在那个 New South Wales 那个 Dubbo 嘛，所以他现在暂时没有办法去到悉尼的仓库提货。我跟 Jack 这边确认了 ，Jack 说现在货暂时放在悉尼的仓库是没有问题的。然后客人那边是说下一单包括橱柜、包括电器，它会有更大的 order。我觉得可能就大概是一个40尺柜的量，因为之前客人是这么说的，可能大概17、8套。厨具就是17、8套橱柜，然后对应的应该也是17、8套电器这样子。但是他说要3个月之后，至少3个月之后才能够去 place order，因为他现在工程有一定的 delay。
OK，那就是除了 Jack 的尾款尚未支付的话，还有没有任何的项目里头有客人已经付了钱的，我们还没有付出去的？
应该基本上是没有了，因为我幼儿园的项目的话，现在也是船在海上了，就是船在海上了之后的话呢，接下来就是一个传文件的问题，然后收客人的这个尾款的问题。我尾款的 invoice 已经就是不是收客人的运费的问题，然后客人的运费的话，单子我已经开给他了。我今天下午或者明天早上给客人打个电话催他一下，就让他把这个钱付了，尽量在我走之前，尽量在周五之前，我们把这个钱给客人，就给那个货代安排出去。然后基本上就是等着就是到澳洲这边了，然后我也向 EDI 这边询价了，就到澳洲这边，然后接下来就要付的一个钱就是 EDI 这边的一个 local 的费用了，但是这个 local 费用具体是多少暂时还不知道，但是现在的话就基本上到这个阶段。
OK，那么就是在你经手的所有的任何项目里头，还除了就是我们欠 Jack 的尾款之外，还有我们欠任何供货商的尾款吗？
没有了。
OK，有欠就是任何客户的钱吗？
没有了。
好的，行，
就
因为
基本上我现在这边就最后有一个项目，就是最后有一个项目，就之前做童鞋的那个项目，我不知道您还有没有印象？就是之前做童鞋那个 Sarah，就是现在他是客人在悉尼嘛，然后客人就是我不是之前跟您说过一次，我说就他是供应商找不到了，就供应商我们联系不上了。然后我再让
他是现在一个什么状况？是我们已经付了定金吗？
没有，就是他现在还在 sampling。 就他已经完成了2轮的 sampling，客人想要做第3轮的 sampling，然后但是的话呢，就是客人在做这第3轮 sampling 的时候，之前跟我对接的供应商的那个就是 sales 就已经完全找不到了，就电话不接，微信不接，然后微信不回，邮件不回，我让 Sandy 那边也联系他们了，然后 Sandy 说不知道怎么回事，就是也是联系不上，也是完全都没有消息，所以后面就去网上找了他们家的法人，他们家的法人呢，就是联系的也不是很。就是一开始也是联系不上，后面联系上了，他法人说啊，过段时间给安排一个新的 sales，然后之后就再也没有消息了，再让他去联系就不接电话了。然后我这边之前有自己亲自给他们的法人打过电话，但是他们法人就是我说是谁谁谁嘛，然后他就直接跟我说找错人了，就把电话给挂了。我不知道他们公司现在是一个什么情况，
是不是他们公司就有可能倒闭了呀？
就是我也在想是这个问题，然后我就问Sandy说可能也。就是也不知道什么情况，就是我让Sandy去查证一下，说就是看看是不是就是公司出现什么问题了。Sandy说他们公司是把阿里巴巴的网站给关了，但是目前公司还没有说注销。
OK，那我们打样朝他付了多少钱呢？
我们打样的话，其实他打样的钱付的挺少了，他打样打了个快20双鞋，才付了1000人民币。
那就这样子，就是要不然的话，这个就是我们提早做准备。如果就是再次努力不行的话，就跟客人直说。然后呢，我们
我
就
已经跟客人说了，我说就是之前的那个 sales 我们已经联系不上了，然后但是我们给他们公司总部打电话，他们公司总部说会再安排一个 sales，但是目前的话就是在安排 sales，他们没有出现结果的话，我们可能就得跟客人说了。
对，那么你最好和 Daisy 可能和过一下，就是从以前我们的短名单当中重新找一个客户，重新找一个那个供货商帮他来打样，我们就不再额外收他的这个打样的这个钱了。但是那个就是供货商要收的打样的费，会就相当于我们去免费给客人就是再次提供服务嘛。那供货商出现这个问题，我们就双方共同承担呗。但是那个该有的 expense 就是要客人是需要付给我们的，但是按照常规，我们应该不是，比如说应该是收他两家应该收他，比如说2389啊，或者是多少钱的话，我们就不再额外收他这个钱，就是安慰他一下受伤的心灵呗。
然后就是 Lily，就是我们其实一开始的时候就挑了2家供应商来做打样嘛，然后
对
其实有一家供应商是就是做的不太让客人满意，
，OK，
第一轮，然后我们
对
第一轮把它给 pass 掉了之后呢，他这边就是因为我们给他的反馈就是客人对你的样品不是特别满意，然后所以他
对。
自己呢又做了第2轮样品，就是自己做第2轮样品，然后我们一块儿寄给客人了，客人只是说表达了对他的感谢，但是没有说对他的样品第2轮到底满不满意。而且还有一个问题就是说，我们一直在做样品，已经做了2轮样品的这个供应商，它的价格是真的便宜。我没记错的话，它的价格当时是就卖价，就是最后我们订单的卖价，当时我们询到的价格是。整个所有的订单的里面，就算是偏就是很低很低的了，基本上是$5多还是$7多吧，美金一双。然后，但是像是另外一家的话，就$12、$13这样子，就所以我觉得可能就是也是。就我不太确定，就我们其实是可以给客人推荐说，另外一家我们第一轮样品没有选的那一家供应商，它也是在我们 short list 里面的，然后但是就是可能价格上会有一些差距。
行吧，我觉得就正好，最起码我们有一个备选的方案嘛，啊，然后这样子的话，不至于让客人就是山穷水尽啊，走不下去了。
然后这一家当时客人拒绝他的时候，我也没有把话说死，我就是说的客人那边因为 lockdown，然后再加上 cash flow 的一些问题，所以这个项目就暂时暂停了。然后等到有什么消息我再联系他。所以就如果说我们再重新联系这个供应商，倒也是可以联系的。我没有说因为样品不满意拒绝他的。
所以呀，永远都不要把话说死了，就免得
就是
到时候把
我就很怕之后对我就是当时因为就是很怕之后就是说会不会客人就是又想重新找他，然后我就直接是以那个 lockdown 为缘由，就是推掉他的，然后我就说如果之后客人就重新打算继续做这个项目了，我再联系你。
对呀，没错，其实就是这么回事儿。跟供货商永远都不能把话说死了，这个山不转水转，没准一天就转回来了。行，那好吧，那我就继续开我的会了。好了，
好，
拜拜。
没问题。好，拜拜。